Let's say you have a partner or spouse or someone you're with, and you're trying to figure out if they're cheating on you. I'll make it super simple. And if they start to reveal stuff and you start yelling, guess what?
Oh, yeah.
Interview's over.
Uh-huh.
So here's the question. What is your goal? If your goal is, I need to find out what this person has done so I can make a decision of whether I want to stay with them or not. I need information. So this is when you have to self-regulate and say, I'm not here to yell, I'm here to get intelligence, intel, so I can make a good decision. Because when you don't have intelligence, you make bad decisions.
That's true.
When people feel that you're going to judge them, they're going to stop telling you stuff and they're going to filter information. And then you're going to make bad decisions in life because you don't know the truth. And the choices you make are made off of bad information. That's the key. Then when you get everything you need to get, then you can go. So there's a difference. Do you want to be right and ream the person, or do you want to get the information so that you can truly know what to do? So that you can play chess. There's checkers and then there's chess. People that yell and scream and you know, and I'm not saying that sometimes it's very emotional and we lose it. Self-regulate, like own it. I'll tell you the story. I had a boyfriend. Actually, boyfriend, we were together, he leaves me. He starts dating somebody else. Broke my heart.
How old are you, roughly?
I'm in my 20s. I'm in my late 20s. Secret Service agent. I know.
He was a Secret Service agent.
Believe that?
He was as well. He was as well.
He was as well. So he leaves me, breaks up with me, and then I surmise he's seeing someone else, and then he is. Goes to that person, sees that person. Then all of a sudden he reappears months later. Evie. You know, now he broke my heart. So of course when they do the leaving and you're the one left, you're like, oh,
he wants me back.
Right? He's back. But something wasn't right, right? And I'm a polygraph examiner at this point, so. And I surmised, I'm like, I think he's still talking to her, but he's trying to talk to me.
Sneaky dog.
Sneaky dog. So as painful as it was,
Sneaky.
I started asking questions. You know, what happened? You must miss her. You talked to her? What was that like? And he starts revealing information to me. Now, my heart's broken as I'm hearing this. Don't get me wrong. But he starts revealing, yes, I'm talking to her and I'm talking to you and I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. I'm like, must be confusing, you know? I mean, tell me more. So I'm sitting, listening through this.
But you also emotionally, as a human, you probably miss him or you felt hurt or sad or maybe you still had some feelings.
I'm from New York. I was doing every like FFF, like I'm trying to make this PG rated, this interview, but inside me I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm New York. I'm like, I'm gonna key your car. That's what I was thinking. And like, I'm gonna key this guy's car. That's what we do in New York. It's like, I was playing it all out in my head. I'm listening to this because I need to know what's going on so I can make a decision. Because I don't want to get hurt again.
Yeah.
First time, okay. Second time, it's on me. So he reveals everything. He's like, you know, so in the end, it's like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know who to be with. This is where I got him. I got it all. I was just like, so it ends. I have everything I need now. So I still couldn't help myself. I'm not saying you should do this, but I was like, you know what? Let me make it easy for you. I'm no longer a choice. I suggest you go to her.
Wow. So.
Now, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you it broke my heart, but at least I had enough information so I can make a good decision for myself. Because I didn't show judgment, because he could have started telling me this stuff and I could have shredded him. I'm Greek, I'm from New York, forget it.
How did you develop enough self-worth that once you were, I guess, hurt or left, that you didn't feel like you were going to go back to the same person who hurt you? Because I know I've made that mistake in the past, and I'm sure people here who have gotten back into a relationship where they were like, oh, this person, I knew they weren't right for me. I knew there was something off. We broke up, and now we're going to go try it again, but something's still not off. How did you get the courage or the worth or the knowledge, I guess, to say, I'm going to be okay without this person, even though they're saying they want me back? And maybe I miss them a little bit, but I'm going to be okay.
Because you are going to be okay. In the end, isn't it always okay? It always levels out, right? It's always okay in the end. It always is. No matter what you go through, it's like this. But it's your choice if you want it to go like this or like this. There's something I adopted, and I really have to say that being in the U.S. Secret Service helped me adopt it unawareingly. It's a neutrality mindset where you don't have high highs and you don't have low lows. And you kind of live always in the middle. So even when devastating things happen to you, you don't drop. But at the same time, like, I don't celebrate high highs. I'm not like, oh my God, you know, like my book is gonna be this or my book's gonna be that. Like you launch a book, you want it to be great, but you can't tie your happiness to how successful, let's say, the book is or isn't. I hope it does great, but if it doesn't do great, I'm okay. Because if you're like that extreme where you celebrate the high highs, then when you crash, you're gonna crash. But if you're somewhere in the middle and you have this, it's a neutrality mindset. Actually, Dr. Gabrielle Lyon is the one who kind of like, I think you've had her on your show as well. Yeah. So she's my doctor, and she actually treats a lot of Navy SEALs, Secret Service agents, stuff like that. And she's like, you're all the same. She's like, none of you get super excited, but none of you get devastated when something happens, because you start to learn to live in this middle space. Because what you don't do is you don't allow external factors to dictate, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm steady. Now I might do this here and there, but I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this. The external environment cannot dictate, and truly other people cannot dictate where you're going to be, because people can come and people can go, and although something may start positive, it may turn out a different way, and it's okay.
Yeah, and going into the, you know, getting the intel from someone, you mentioned the word like not being judgmental. I think one of the things that Martha has learned through being an actor for a long time, she's always telling me, when you're taking on a role of an actor, as an actor, and you're taking on a role from a script, you can't judge the person you're taking the role of. You can't make them wrong for being a drug addict or whatever it is, because you're not gonna be able to live their experience as an actor. I don't know if there's any actors in here if that relates to them, but so maybe that's why she was able to be non-judgmental with me, because she's had that practice where it's almost like you're being neutral in your emotions about someone so you can get more information from them. It doesn't mean you accept them and you're gonna be with them, but you're being neutral, you're being non-judgmental, at least in the time being, to get the information. Then you can make your judgments of whether you want to work with them or be with them or not, I guess.
Yes, it's like you need information to make good decisions, but if you're getting bad information, you're gonna make bad decisions. It was the same thing like in the interview room. Like I interviewed people who committed terrorism or were terrorist sympathizers. So I was in ground zero on September 11th, like the US Secret Service field office for New York was there, and I endured that whole day. I lived through it, and I'm fortunate to be here, but I lost colleagues and I lost friends. Now, I did not, when I would sit in an interview and I was trying to get information on where the next attack would come from, I didn't walk into that room and be like, you know what you did? Do you know what your belief system did? Do you know what you almost killed me and you almost caused this? First of all, who would I be making that whole interview about? Me. Why was I there? I was there to get information, to find out where the next attack was coming from so more people didn't die. That was my goal. And so I would self-regulate, and in all the interviews I did with terrorists or people in that sphere, I never once ever brought up 9/11 or my experience.
Really?
No, wow. Because I would make it about myself. What is your mission? What is your goal? I need information. And what I needed was information on when the next attack was coming. Because sometimes they'd come in and they'd say, oh, there's an attack coming. It's coming from here. And what their goal was is to get us to shift all our resources here so the attack could come from here. But that, I would make it about me. So it's like, what is your goal? Have your goal. What am I trying to achieve? It's not that you're not going to feel things, but when you know your goal, then you're able to steady yourself. So every time I walked in, what is my goal? My goal is to get to X. How do I get to X? I'm not saying I'm not going to be upset, but you must regulate your emotions. If it's like, well, this person did this to me, it's not my fault. No, 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 no. You decide what behavior you're going to show. You decide what you reveal to others. Other people cannot be in charge of what your behavior is. Think about how powerless that makes you.
Yeah.
And it just makes you just like anybody can do anything to you.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more inspiring clips like this, make sure to click right here to subscribe and click right here to watch that next video that is specific to support you in your life.